This movie grabbed me right from the start. I always love these larger ideas um, where there is some kind of crisis going on, either with a community, a country, or humanity. But what I really loved about this, and knowing the director that I was going to work with, but also knowing the script that I was reading, was that it felt like an inside job. It came from the inside out. That it's more you're involved with this family, you're involved with these people, it's like with this intimate level of knowledge of character portraits. But then, rather than the typical kind of action movie where you're focusing on the bigger thing, the comet, that's almost in the background and only builds as the movie goes on. The movie is called Greenland because that's where they're trying to get to. And Greenland is, well, the US government have built quite a few nuclear bunkers there 40, 50 years ago that have been in disuse. But unbeknownst to us, that the information about this comet hitting Earth was available to them, of course, way before it was available to us, and they had already been planning how the logistics of how to get as much of the population over there, and then also who in that population is applicable, who qualifies to get over there. We were where we were, which very much helped. We were on freeways, we were in Air Force bases, we were, in the housing estates with the families. There was no studio work here. We were always on location, and that worked. I felt really well again in being in the truth of every moment. Lorraine is amazing. I was very excited to get her on board on this movie. And the first couple of days I thought, oh, she's going to be tough. She's coming in. She knows what she wants. She's very serious. And you know what? It became maybe my favorite bonding experience on a movie. We became exceptionally close. The first movie I produced was Law Abiding Citizen, and I interviewed Rick for that movie. And in the end, we went with somebody else, but he was always my favorite. And that was 12 years ago, and we always said we were going to work together. And then, so taking on Angel Has Fallen, and the way that he helped us rediscover that franchise. I've never known anybody who works as hard as Rick, who is passionate and excited, and who knows more about the process of making a movie. That is every single department. He seems to know each of their jobs better than they do. And I don't mean that in a, you should know what you're doing. He just is well up on that information and experience, and he doesn't stop, and he pushes me to my limit. And we have our moments. We both have very strong opinions, but it's always comes from a respectful, loving place.